Going to jump on. So the second pylon. Second pylon is, as you can see there, influencing at cause, not at effect. How many of us have had that experience where, you know, our son or our daughter has done something wrong and we've disciplined the outcome, not the cause? Or we do something in our business, we get a complaint. We deal with the complaint, but we don't deal with the cause of the complaint. You know, there's a great sort of story in the Bible, in actual fact, about sowing and reaping. And the fact that you can't reap something if you don't sow. But equally, if you sow something, you will reap that thing. So you don't sow an apple tree with the expectation that you're going to get peaches. It's just not going to happen. And so many people in business think that that's what, I can do this, you know. I sow this mentality, I sow this particular attitude, I sow this, whatever it is. And we're then in a position where they reap from that. One of the things I like about the concept of sowing and reaping is, you know, you sow one seed, but you get multiple seeds back. So if you sow good attitude into your business, you'll get massive attitude back, massive good attitude back. If you run staff and you sow into the culture of your staff and you sow into building family around that, then you will reap from that. But if you sow into a toxic situation, guess what? You know, it's just going to go pear-shaped on you. Okay, so when it comes down to it, if we adopt this attitude, there's no more blaming. We have to take responsibility for what we're doing. There's no more excuses. One of the interesting things that we're finding out these days is in relation to IQ, EQ, PQ and SQ. Have you heard of those? Okay, so IQ, intellectual quotient, EQ, emotional quotient, PQ, physical quotient, SQ, spiritual quotient. And it's fascinating that we're looking at these. Psychologists and scientists are starting to say that EQ is a much larger factor towards our whole personality. I think that it will move to a better understanding of the spiritual quotient as well, which I think is probably equally as big, that understanding of where we are from a spiritual point of view. So, but when we look at EQ, when we look at that side of things, you know, social, emotional skills are things that are critical these days. How do we engage with people? How do we understand and deal with resilience in our lives? Those sort of things all come into the cause and effect of our business. They come into that decision-making process. So how do we deal with that? And I'm just going to have a quick look at some statistics here, but they say that 27 to 45% of success in life is based on EQ. IQ, 1 to 20%. Now, it's interesting, isn't it? You know, we look at education. I heard a wonderful quote recently. How many people have got MBAs, Masters of Business? And how many of them are successful business owners? Not many. So education doesn't help you have a successful business. Being emotionally stable is a major contributing factor to understanding how to run your business, how to function in your business, how to deal with things at cause rather than effect.